Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for August the 30th through September 5th, 2021. So as we begin a new month, end an old month and begin a new month, I'd like to just welcome everyone who is watching today, and especially to anyone who's new to our channel. And I'd like to just thank everyone for their wonderful love and support of the channel. And so, just a few things I'd just like to bring to your attention. For the month of September, I will be continuing the half-hour angel reading special, which is that my half-hour reading will be extended for 1 full hour, my $77 half-hour reading. So what you would do is go to my webpage, theangelschool.com/services page, and there you will find, look for the half-hour reading as is for $77. And when you submit your payment, within 24 hours on the first business day of the week, I will send you a confirmation email noting the special offer for 1 full hour for the month of September. And within the email will be the instructions that you need to set up your appointment for your angel reading. And so just follow everything that's there. And if you don't hear from me within that 24-hour period, send me another email just in case something has happened with, in the ethers out there on the internet. But also I ask the same, that you just reply to me even if you're not ready to submit your availability. Okay. Also, this week I will be working on a monthly angel scope, and the videos for that. As well as I will attempt to do a video that just focuses on the information for the month, so that I can keep the other videos a little bit shorter. And thank you all for your comments and some of the ideas that were submitted, and also just for your support and checking in and saying hello to let me know that you're there. All right, so let's take a deep breath. And I really want you to always, when we do this, to focus in on your heart space, as this is I consider this the bridge chakra between the lower chakras and the higher chakras, which the lower chakras are for the grounding you in the material plane, and the upper chakras connect you to the higher spiritual planes of consciousness. And so by focusing on our heart chakra, this is for me where integration between the physical and non-physical realms takes place. And so we need our hearts to always be open and centered and grounded and fully aware. And that's what it means for your heart chakra to be open, all those things. And at the center of your heart chakra, as you're breathing, as you're going within, imagine that you see your heart flame. This is the heart flame of divine love. And it's the divine flame of your soul and the love of God, the divine flame. This divine flame comprises your soul and God, the love of God surrounding you, and your angels surrounding that flame. So this is a flame, sort of a team of light, your divine flame, all in support of you. They are just for you. And whatever whatever you're feeling, whatever feelings come up for you, know that your feelings are there to help shed light. So your feelings are not there to just cause you pain or to afford you pleasure, but they're also there to shed light on anything that does not resonate with your truth. And so it's important for us to be present with our feelings. It's important to be present with divine love, who is just, by being what it is, by being holding this sacred space within you, allows you to see everything that is in harmony with itself or it is not. And when we focus upon the things that are not, we feel pain or suffering. But the pain and suffering is only there to indicate relationship of to yourself, to the divine love of your heart flame, in terms of whether there is agreement or disagreement. There are just many ways that one could say this, but none of it is in judgment. Your heart flame does not judge anything, because to judge would then would mean that you are, what I'm saying, the word manifestation. So when you judge something, you pour your energy into that, and it will begin to manifest. So this is about respecting your feelings and respecting the boundaries that you're being made aware of, that you need to be aware of. Because the boundaries of divine love are specific in the characteristics, the role. And when you step outside of that, or you engage in something that is not of that, you will feel the relationship between that which you are and that which you are focusing upon. And if there is not harmony, that is when you will feel the negative emotion. And it's not really meant for you to go into it, meaning to let it trigger you. It's supposed to really inspire you, because love heals. This love has solutions and answers. This is a divine intelligence. It's like the left brain, the logical brain of the spiritual realm, your intuition. We were talking about that last week. And there's a huge difference in being in your feelings or having opinions and assumptions and suspicions versus intuition. And your intuition never is in judgment of anything, but it's just making you aware of the relationship between where your potential is in that moment versus what you're focused on, if it is a contrast to that. And then this allows you to make the adjustments within yourself so that you can be in alignment with your truth in the most profound way, so that you can realize your potential in the most profound way. And when you pay attention to the inner world of your divine heart flame, your potential expands exponentially. There are no limits to the joy, whatever you focus on. There are no limits. And even because life, there are going to be moments and probably just as many moments of joy, that there are also moments of challenge and hardship. But your divine heart flame, love, can utilize these as tools to help you to open up, to sort of crack open the shell and just unleash more of your gifts, bring forth, draw out of you greater passions, greater purpose, clearer direction, clarity. So even when you're feeling resentment and when you're feeling and when you're going through the negative energy, if you come back into the center of your heart flame with a gentleness and softening of the judgment, because that's why it feels so intense, because there is intense judgment. The ego is making a lot of assumptions and offering a lot of opinions, and it's judging and criticizing, and that flames the suffering. It makes it more intense than it actually truly is, when it's there to help you to clarify your position, the choice that you want to make. Which position do you want to choose? The one from your ego that's all about sabotage, or the one from your higher self that's all about purification, alignment, and expansion, evolution, and ascension. And let's take another deep breath, because I get a feeling that as we're hearing these words, that your mind is being enlightened, but there is struggle within all of this. And I remember saying at the beginning of this year, getting a sense from them that this year for 2021 is going to be a year of integrity. So you may have already found that relationships and things are clearing out of your life, or that you've been really confronted with some, profound truths about yourself. You've seen yourself in the mirror, so to speak, that certain situations have reflected back at you very intensely, but very clearly, the boundaries or the lines that you're drawing, or the lines that you tend to cross without being fully aware of them. But now you are, and now you're being made aware of it. So the energy is clarifying, making things really seen, so that we are completely informed and can no longer be sort of ignorant of our actions and how our energy manifests. And so in this moment, because I'm feeling a lot of tension in my heart chakra as I've been talking, and I feel it going cool and then hot and intense in terms of pain. So the enlightenment that will occur for us now is going to create some very intense moments emotionally. And this is because your heart flame has fully activated and is now able to purify, cleanse, detox. And that might end up being relationships, your career, or aspects of how you conduct yourself in your career, or just your overall general conduct is being cleaned up so that you can vibrate at the higher frequency that your soul has expanded to, so that nothing can hold you back, not even yourself. And this is all happening so that you can get out of your own way. And really, they keep writing the word manifest today, that you can manifest your potential, your dreams, your true potential, the opportunities, so that the atmosphere, is the word they're writing, will completely be able to change around you. Because the ego has had us so dependent upon the outer experience that when the outer experience is not working, we think we're not working and nothing else is working. But the outer experience is just the result of whatever is going on inside. If it's chaos, it's chaos. That gets projected. And so you this yo-yo effect that you find happening in your life around you is because of the yo-yo effect that's going on inside of you. You were struggling with your awareness and integrity, what position you really wanted to be focused upon. And there was a confusion between what was going on outside and those criticisms and judgments about that. And the judgment is what keeps it perpetuating instead of the understanding, being compassionate and observing, and just being open to the information. So I don't want you to go crazy with this, but it would be better than just being triggered by everything. And so ask yourself, when the outer experience is out of balance, ask yourself, go within and really pay attention to what that balance is for your heart flame, with the truth that resides within you. What is the balance within you? Find the balance within yourself. Find the solution within yourself, or that reality. That allows you to feel whole. And it doesn't matter what's going on still outside. Because if you're working on this within, you are going to be able, what it's going to do is you may feel better. But then what will happen in that ability to feel better comes slight change in perspective, patience for what is happening around you, agreement. These are the words that are right in front of me. I had no idea what I was going to say. But agreement. You will start to see the things that you do have agreement with. You'll then find from there more fulfillment, hope. And then the alignment will start to reflect outside of you. It's a process, building from within the realm of cause. It's a process from the realm of cause, that interior reality that we just constructed as we demonstrated the shift, to the outer effects. Because the outer effects are happening because of you. So you've got to stop trying to fix the outer reality. That's too difficult. Because what you're doing, it's like you're playing with your own dolls. I don't know if that makes any sense. Because it's your playroom, it's your playhouse that's going on around you. It's your playhouse. The only way to change the script is to change the inner template, to get in alignment with the inner heart flame. Because that's always where your truth is still pure. But the cacophony of the ego, all the voices, drowns out this voice of peace within us. And that voice of peace is our reality, and it's our potential. And so we have to soothe our way back to that voice, so that the other voices simmer down. And once you are able to connect with it through breath, through meditation, through anything that relaxes you, or anything that gives you joy, that inspires you, then that perspective, while you're doing that, will shift slightly. But slightly is all that it's needed for your inner truth to claim victory over you, over your energy. And as it does, the inspiration grows and those solutions come, and you find agreement with things that you didn't before, or you find something that you do have agreement with, and so on. All right, so let's take a look at the Archangel Oracle card for the week. And when this card, I kept seeing the word God. So this is Archangel Haniel, and this card is coming back again because we've kind of been getting cards. I think the clairsentience, this card kind of straight in a row, which is all about our clairsentience, which is about the heart chakra. This is about the emotional healing and transformation that is taking place. They just wrote the word legitimate, and I feel like it's the legitimacy of your heart and its purity and truth and alignment, that and respect, they write, that we've been working towards. This last month in particular, and maybe a little bit longer, has really been intense. And you may have noticed you've just been feeling a lot, like it's just been hovering there. And usually, it clears, but you may have noticed that it's been just hovering there, right? This soft, gentle, soft but intense awareness that keeps creating sort of this tension. Like the heart is crying out for liberation, or it's trying to break through. And so it's going to be up to you to be aware, now to take the awareness that they've given us today about why we're extra sensitive right now. And you're going to have to make some really important decisions. I keep thinking about the Lover's card the whole time, because that card is really just not about love, like your soulmate love. That card is about choices, and it's the big choices. It's the choices that will change will change the entire course of your life and its outcome. And then it might be relationships, it might be something in your job, it might be a behavior, attitude, or addiction, or perspective that needs to be shifted. But only you can make the choice that will put you on that path, put you on it. You don't have to be perfect, but if you decide to make that choice, and this comes with a realization, profound realizations that help you to find agreement with your heart, with your soul, about why this change needs to be permanent. And they're writing that you're going to really experience a lot of comparisons. You're going to see yourself, and you're going to have these comparisons are going to be so strong for you to understand the choices that you've been making, and the choices that you found difficult to make that were for your own good will now become so strikingly clear, the evidence for it, that you should feel within your entire being this complete surrender and willingness and commitment to this choice. And this is a choice of relief. It's going to manifest relief for you, is what they just wrote. And your sense of agreement, this within your heart space, that sacred space within your heart, will start to resonate with feelings of agreement, which means you'll feel less of the judgment within yourself, about yourself, towards yourself. Because that is what stirs it all up. It stirs it all up. Before we judge, and it's easier for it to visualize it this way, or to hear it this way, but before you judge someone else, realize that in what you're doing, you're only stacking the case up against yourself, which is that you see another as being separate from your own divinity, from the divinity of love itself. And this, none of us will ever be able to find peace with, because it goes against everything that the divine love flame within us and within the other person, it goes against everything that it believes. It is in disagreement with this only because of fact. There is only one. There is no other. And because of this, until you are able to love, forgive, to heal, you cannot have any peace when the heart is divided, when the one is divided. Our goal is unity. And this is hard to understand or even to embrace as a truth in a world where we see so much individualities and separation, diversity. And it's not about the things or the outer shell. That is what you see in the physical world, and those things are true. But it's the inner reality, the inner spirit, the spirit that's within, that is the one. There is only the one. It is you and you are it. It is all God or source, whatever you want to call it. And when you can't find agreement with that, then there is no peace. Okay. I know I'm kind of leaving that kind of raw, but let's move on and see how possibly we might be able to wrap that up a little bit more. All right, let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. And we have the King of, so I'll move these up a little bit. The King of Cups. And here we're talking about the king, and we've been getting a lot of kings lately in our readings as well. But the King of Cups is someone who's totally in control of his emotions. So this week, I feel like the things that are going to come up this week are to help us to master this lesson of profound love, to master this lesson of finding clarity within yourself, and to not let yourself be triggered, but allow your intuition to be spiked. And there's a huge difference between using our, working with emotional triggers, or letting yourself be triggered, versus allowing your intuition to be spiked and to help and assist you and clarify things for you. So you have this potential to really be calm, even though the storm might be sort of creating waves around you. But you can create your own wave. And you don't have to perpetuate the outer experience. But through compassion, they write in big words in front of me, you'll be able to create a different weather pattern, an emotional weather pattern. And I feel like, the universe is counting on you this week to be the anchor. And so you might want to think of yourself as an anchor. I don't know if you can see here in the card, but if it'll focus. But he has an anchor here. I can't see what this one is. Let me take a look. I was thinking it might be yes, it's a compass. The one in the middle, you can't see it. Oh well. It's a compass. Okay, there it is, a little bit. You can see it. It's a compass, and then you can see this ship on that huge wave, but it's holding its ground. So in this week, you really need to hold your ground, and you need to be the anchor. And you need to listen. See, he carries his cup. It's right in front of his heart. You need to really listen to your heart, but the intelligence of your heart. And take a deep breath. So that kind of soothes. When you take that deep breath, you in-breathe the Spirit of God. And you can even have that intention of that intention of wanting to see the situation and circumstances through the lens of God, through Source, will turn your attention, will start to sort of light up the board for some of the things that you might be able to find a connection with, or an idea or solution to help you to um, be that voice of peace and calm. But also, you have to know sometimes when you just have to remain quiet and just be the eye of the storm while everything else is going on. Sometimes we want to jump in, but then if we jump in, whereas there's no one holding the space. So just be aware of that. And when your heart is fully activated, you will have a sense of who is also in the room where their hearts are activated, and you'll feel their love, and you can come together and form some kind of consensus or agreement. So listen to your heart's navigation about who it is that you can trust, or who it is that is on that same frequency. But first, you've got to center yourself. You've got to anchor yourself in your heart flame. All right, let's take a look at the card. Okay, so we have, this is the devil card. Okay. So right away I think of, instigating something and feeling sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say trapped, but feeling tempted, easily influenced by what's not in our best interest. Now here we see they've got this drink that both of them are sort of attached to. And so it's sort of like overindulging in something, and that's not good for you. Okay? And there's all this shadow energy, but in the background you see there is a door and out. And no matter how deep you might feel that you're into something, that door, that opening, that positive opening is not far away. It's like the closer, once you make a decision to walk towards that positive outlet, that space, that gap will start to immediately lessen. It reminds me of that old saying that you say, if you take one step, God will take two, kind of idea. So be aware of the, not getting drawn into something that you don't want, that's not healthy, is just generally what I'm feeling about this. Something that's going to drain your energy. Because look at these two figures, they have hardly any color, and the only color is inside of this cup here. And notice also is interesting that it almost looks like the scene that's here is out there, and somehow it's in here somehow. So that this figure here, who's representing the devil, this little bat umbrella, drink that you get at bars, is draining out all of their energy, all that positivity, and draining it into here for itself, to hoard it. And so you got to be aware of, energy, people who suck all the energy out of you, or certain events that keep cycling, that drains all the energy out of you. Like, don't repeat this a pattern, which is sort of like being addicted to a certain circumstance because of some emotional baggage that we have carrying on. So just be aware in this week that you're going to be in a very sensitive place where you might be easily exposed or disposed towards old habits. All right. And with the, it's kind of weird, but it's just sort of, I don't know why it's coming to my mind, but there's an old connection between these two cards, that when the King of Cups is with the devil is sort of like, could be sort of like an addiction. So, serious substance or alcoholism. So just be aware of being triggered and wanting to escape, the truth. That's why it's so important with that meditation at the beginning to really be present with your heart. And what you're going to have to do is really be present within yourself and go into that heart flame and just allow yourself to feel, but not to be triggered, but to understand. That's the whole point there, to have understanding. Now, the card for the end of the week, and this is what was so weird too. The cards today, never happens before, just remember this, were laid down backwards. I can feel like an energy pulling my hand, like a magnet. And when I tried to put the first card down, it went straight over here. So I've never had this happen before. And because here we have this positive card, this Ace of Pentacles, which is about, planting the seed for, something new, for new opportunities. I feel like the work that you do in the beginning of the week is planting the seeds, although it was laid down in reverse. But it's like this is setting you up for this new beginning. Because once you are able to break through, and it doesn't matter how much of a breakthrough you have, but any little breakthrough is enough to begin a momentum of positive opportunities for you. When you crack open that door just a little bit, see, the opportunities on this other side of that door are just as plentiful and abundant as ever. They're shining as bright as that sun, but we just got to get to that place. So if you can, no matter how much you can reclaim, if it's just that something drains you and you are able to reclaim your energy, or something in your life that, like, a relationship or an argument that you always get into, and you're able to reclaim your energy by maintaining your power, not engaging it, and keeping healthy boundaries of love and holding that sacred space. That is a shift that will open up opportunities for you. I just had this thought go through my mind. Don't underestimate people who might be watching you and taking note of this kind of groundedness and clear direction and the ability to sustain yourself in the most chaotic situations. Somebody might be looking out and seeing you as a leader, that you make this shift in yourself, and now somebody now sees you for a better position. And that's where that opportunity comes in. I don't know why that just came to my mind, but that is, I can feel it like a energy. It was like an energy signature just ran through my brain. And so they're writing the word change. You make the slightest change, and that slight change is going to change your life. All right. Let's take a look at the card I've already pulled from the bottom of the deck. And it's the Hangman. First is a sense of hang in there. Be patient. Okay? And this is about being true to yourself. Now, what I love about this card, And I hope this is not as unclear as it looks to me. Let me just hold it up for a moment. And what I love about this card is you see that the other blossoms around the card have already opened up and they're happy, but this one in the center hasn't opened up yet. But it's sitting there with a smile on its face because it understands that everything has to happen in its own timing, that we're all connected, but we don't all open up at the same time. And, you know, you might be in a situation where this might be you, and you have all these other people around you, they're going and doing what they need to do, but you're not there yet, and that might be frustrating. Or you might be one of these other flowers that are already open, and you're supporting and holding a space for someone who hasn't yet blossomed, but they need the support of your love, that incredible, tremendous love and leadership that you have. So this is about patience with all of this, patience with the opportunities that can come out of this transformation if you allow it. And if you find this agreement between in the terms of that relationship with your inner reality and the outer. Remember, the outer is not the realm of cause. It's the realm of effects. So any attention needs to be first given to the inner reality, because that is the realm of cause. All right. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful week, and God bless you.